So hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you a mini-series returning from last year. We are going to be going into the future as we take a look at FIFA 19 in the year 2025. I have simmed through 6 seasons to get all the way to 2025 and see what the world of football is looking like on FIFA 19. We're going to be taking a look at how the major leagues finished, taking a look at some of the best players on the game at this point, and then taking a look at some of the major teams in the game and see how they have changed over the course of the seasons in terms of transfers, regens, and all that good stuff. If you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get ready for the carnage, because we'll be doing this and then a couple more episodes, and then going all the way to 2030 and the end of career mode in the future as well. But looking at the Premier League first of all, in 2025, and Everton have won the league. 78 points out of Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, West Ham, Chelsea, and Watford rounding out the top 8. From 10th down to 17th, you can see Leicester, Bournemouth, Manchester United down in P12. So how things have changed. Clearly, they've still got Jose Mourinho as a manager. Huddersfield, Newcastle, Fulham, Palace, and Stoke. So Stoke back up into the Premier League, but Burnley, Brighton, and Nottingham Forest, who have been promoted, clearly going down. Into the Champions League and looking at European competition, Chelsea won in the final 1-0 over Atletico Madrid. The likes of Man City and Spurs have both won this competition twice by this point. And then Real Madrid and I think Barcelona have also won it by now. Chelsea then as well, winning that one in the final against Atletico. AC Milan winning the Europa League. By this point in a save, their city rivals Inter have won it twice. This is the first time they have got their hands on the competition. 2-1 win over Spanish side Villarreal. Now moving on to some of the other European leagues and taking a look at those. Real Madrid finished top in 2025 over in La Liga. Valencia second, Atletico Madrid in third, and Barcelona down in only 4th position. 17 points off the eventual winners Real. Barca had won the league 4 times before now at this point. And over in Germany, for the first time in its entire save, Bayern have not won the Bundesliga, and Dortmund not only won it, but did it by going unbeaten across the entire season. Schalke and Leverkusen also doing well there. Juve on top in Serie A ahead of Napoli, Milan, Roma, Inter, Lazio, Udinese, and Sassuolo. Whilst over in France, you can see Paris Saint-Germain still kind of dominant, but only 4 points clear of Monaco. Lyon, Marseille, Stade Rennais, Lille, Bordeaux, and FC Nantes rounding out the top 8. Take a look at some of the best players now in the save, and this is the regen for Ronaldo. Himself and Messi have already retired in this save. Edgar Miguel Oliveira Lopez is the replacement. 77 rated striker from Bologna with 3-star skill moves. Not amazing. However, Carlos Ramis is a much better regen, 21 years of age, so he's a bit older, which means that Messi actually retired before Ronaldo, which is quite an interesting one. He is playing for Getafe, so neither of them playing for big sides. 85 rated though is the Messi regen already. Arsenal have signed one of the best defenders on the game. Milan Skriniar has gone to the North London side. The Slovakian is 92 rated at this point in career mode, very much at his peak, and has chosen Arsenal to spend his peak years at. Leroy Sané is still at Manchester City. He's 93 rated now, one of the highest players on the game, in fact the joint second highest player on the game at this point overall wise. And now we see the one who is highest. Kylian Mbappe has decided not to move anywhere. He has the world as his oyster, but he's still playing for Paris Saint-Germain at 26 years of age, 95 rated, very much at his pinnacle. He'll probably still be at his pinnacle when we go to 2030, maybe just about dipping. Maybe he'll be at like 93 or 94. Jadon Sancho of Borussia Dortmund in real life has made a very interesting career choice. He signed for Crystal Palace, 87 rated. They are in the Premier League, I do believe, from the table that we saw earlier, though they were relegated to the Championship a couple of times during the course of this save so far. Federico Chiesa also finds himself in London. He's playing for West Ham, who were at least in the top 8 of the league, I do believe, in the course of this season. Maybe with the help of him. 87 rated, 4-star weak for 4-star skill moves, very good player. One of the best wonder kids in terms of 17-year-olds and under is Willem Gurbles, the Frenchman. He has traded Monaco for the slightly less extravagant city of Middlesbrough. 82 rated striker from France. He's going to help them, I imagine, in this save at some point. Matthijs de Ligt has traded Ajax for Valencia. He's joined the Spanish side and I assume helped them to their lofty heights of 2nd place in La Liga. Maybe they can challenge for a Spanish title with him. him in defence. And the final player we'll look at in detail in this particular video is Gabby Hayes, 92 rated still at Man City, though we will take a look at more players and more teams in the next episode of this little mini-series. I'll probably do 3 in 2025, 3 in 2030, and then 3 at the end of career mode. So if there's any players you want to see, and if there's any teams you want to see as well, drop them down in the comments section below. And speaking of teams, here's the first one we're going to look at in detail here. Manchester City have signed Ben Davies, Victor Lindelof from sworn enemies Manchester United, as well as Benjamin Pavard, the man who's shone in the World Cup. They've also kept the likes of John Stones and Benjamin Mendy. Kevin De Bruyne still playing for City, though he's starting to decline really because he's 34 years of age. Jack Harrison, Patrick Roberts still at the side, Anderson Talisca and Rodri coming in, Matthias Vargas there as well. In terms of strikers, they brought in Jonathan David, the Canadian wonder kid, still got the likes of Brahim Diaz, Gabby Jesus and Riyad Mahrez on their books, Bernardo Silva as well, and Leroy Sané, as well as Raheem Sterling, means they've got a very, very good attack full of a lot of depth. Over to Barcelona now, the team that underachieved actually in the Spanish leagues. We'll take a look maybe at the reasons why. The likes of Hector Bellerin at the club. James Bree from Aston Villa is a very interesting one. John Brooks, they had Marc-Andre ter Stegen still as a goalkeeper. Luke Shaw has left Manchester United and joined Barcelona. You've got Ernest Vicente Robles there, might well be Gerard Piqué's regen. A couple of other very good players there as well. Artur, Bentancur, Idrissa Gueye, Kennedy and Ndombele, or Dombele, I can't quite remember how to actually pronounce his name, have also signed for Barca, as well as Pjanic. Ricky Puig is still at the side. Sangare and Rafinha, also very good midfielders. On the attackers there, Paco Alcacer has returned from Dortmund, obviously on loan. Felipe Coutinho and Dembele still at the club, but Jean-Fiete Arp and Lautaro Martinez also joining alongside Malcolm there as forward. So a very decent side. Don't quite know why they finished so low in La Liga. Over to Manchester United, who finished 12th, let's not forget, in the Premier League. That's awful for Manchester United, and you're going to see actually their side is very good. Davide Calabria, Alfie Mawson, Aaron Martin, Davinson Sanchez, Jonathan Tah as well. They've got a ridiculous centre-back partnership, and even into midfield, Nabil Fekir, Fred. They've also signed Phil Foden, 88 rated. Don't know if that was a bit of a swap deal involving Lindelof, who've gone in the opposite direction, but Toni Kroos is playing for United. Jesse Lingard and Andres Pereira still at the club. Paul Pogba as well, 89 rated. So they've got some very good players, and an attack as well. Vincent Aboubakar, Antoine Griezmann, and obviously Romelu Lukaku, Anthony Martial, and Marcus Rashford, all still at the club. So why on earth they finished 12th is beyond me, and they actually finished 13th the season before this, so they are really struggling. Clearly it is the management. I don't know who is the manager still. Maybe it is Jose Mourinho, but regardless of that, they are awful. Paris Saint-Germain we're looking at now. Abdou Diallo signed from Dortmund, and so has Rafael Guerreiro. Presnel Kimpembe and Marquinhos still at Paris Saint-Germain. Also, interestingly, they've got Buffon's Regen, so that's a very interesting one. Regens don't tend to play for the same side that the original retired from, unless they're pre-gens, so unless they develop before the original player actually retired. So that person must have been generated before Buffon even retired. Frenkie de Jong was an interesting signing from Ajax. They've also brought in Leo Jabba, but then kept the likes of Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. They've also got Diego Rodriguez, who is a pre-gen of Edinson Cavani. So they were very lucky to keep hold of some of their best players even after they retire, in essence. Moving on though to Borussia Dortmund, to stop the dominance of Bayern in Germany. They've got the likes of Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Nordi Mukiele there as well, very good signing. Stefan Savic. Into midfield, they've signed Ezekiel Barco, Eric Dyer and Jack Grealish, as well as keeping hold of Mahmoud Dahoud, who's reached a very good rating. Sergio Gomez there, 86. Rafik Guitain coming in from the French League at 83. Mario Götze, Ferran Torres there as well, a very good player. They made some very good signings basically, and got some very, very talented footballers at the club. Julian Weigl there, 86. Michy Batshuayi still playing for them. Alexander Isak still playing for them. My main man from the Wolves series, Joseph Martinez, and Eddie Nketiah there as well from Arsenal. If you haven't seen Joseph Martinez in my Wolves career mode series, there'll be a link in the top right of the screen. He's an absolute animal. Go and check out that playlist, because if you want to use him, then make sure you watch that. He's absolutely insane. Over to Real Madrid though, final team we'll look at here. Jerome Boateng, Kelvin Amian, Dani Carvajal included in the defence, as well as Alvaro Odriozola, Clement Longley from Barca, Elzid Hazai as well, and then into centre-backs even further quality there, Rafael Varane and Stefan de Vrij. Midfield-wise, Casemiro, Dani Ceballos, Christian Eriksen has joined from Tottenham, interestingly enough. Bruno Fernandes there, 87 rated, and Ante Coric has come in from Roma. And then into the forwards, Marco Asensio, Gareth Bale starting to decline. Patrick Cutrone has joined from Milan. Mauro Icardi has joined from Inter. And they've got Vinicius Jr., Mariano, Martin Ødegaard as well in terms of youngsters that they managed to keep hold of. Real Madrid, though, very good side. Some very, very good teams overall. Some disgusting teams, actually. City, Barca, Dortmund, and Real, all absolutely grim. Like, they've got some very, very good players in their sides at this point. That, though, will wrap up this video. If there's any players you want to see in the next one as we go into 2025, then drop it down in the comment section below. If there's any other teams you want to see in 2025, then drop that down below as well. Feel free, though, to slap the like button and, of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days, too. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng. Links are down below. And feel free to let me know what you think of this video down in the comment section below. What surprised you the most? Was United doing badly, Bayern not winning the league, or some of the signings going on in this video as well? It's been a pleasure, though, ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yeah, you the best, no lie.